welcome to episode 2 of post-production. I'm your narrator, Aaron, joined by my co-DM, Joe. Players, if we would like to go from furthest in time to newest in time to introduce ourselves.
Hello, I am Skullie, and I am playing Rognar the Menacing.
Hi, I'm Haley. I'm playing Princess Margo.
Hi, I am MJ, and I am playing Della Daisy.
Hello, I'm Abby. I'm playing Audrey Dame.
I'm Nolan, and I'm playing Captain Matthias B. Halifax.
We join our players not on the following morning, rather, as I scroll to the correct point in my notes, we join Princess Margo, Sundottir of Valeria, in the middle of a gala. Music swells in the great hall of Zephyr Keep as servants circle with platters of drinks and less alcoholic beverages for once. Local regency and minor lords mingle and gossip in hushed tones. Guards keep a watchful eye over the keep, unobtrusive but ever-present. Lady and Lord Sundottir sit upon their thrones, the space between them where Eric, Princess Margot's love interest, normally stood, filled by the boots of Sir Aldrich Ravenshield, since Eric was banished for conspiracy against the crown about a half a year prior. In the center of the room, fabric swirls as Princess Sundottir and Seraphine of Theon bring their dance to a close, the band softening. Margo, you see the familiar silhouette of Prince Cainson of Mord, his blue eyes twinkling in the light of the chandelier as he approaches for his own dance. You have a few moments to have an exchange with Seraphine before you will find Cainson's hand extending for your own.
Thank you for the lovely dance, Miss Seraphine.
Oh, of course. As always, it is my pleasure, Margo.
I hope to find you on my dance card again, perhaps?
I am certain we will. And with that, she leans down, kisses your hand, extends hers to you.
Kiss it.
Beautiful. With that, Cainson is trying demure about it, just sidling up.
Sir Kingsley.
Margo, a pleasure as always.
Been some time.
It has. May I?
You may.
And with... and begins to guide you into another dance. It's incredibly evident that he's practiced more since you last saw him. About a year prior, there was another gala. Not necessarily 2 left feet, but at least 1.5.
I see your steps have improved.
Oh, of course, I've been taking lessons. With that, I would like you to roll for your own dancing. I'm going to say 3 and above, you're doing well. If you happen to roll a 1, somehow Cainson is dancing better than you.
Okay. It's D6, correct?
Correct. I believe that would be do anything unless you have a stat more appropriate.
With memory. I don't know if memorizing the steps would count.
Absolutely.
Well, I got a 6.
A 6, all right. Memory, that would be, you'd be rolling 3 d6s.
3 D6s. A 1, a 3, and a 6.
Right, so that is a total of 9. So you... I'll leave this up to you. Are you in... Was it a 10? Did I do the math wrong? I'm great at what I do. Listen, I am nothing without the support of my fellow cast. I will leave this up to you. Are you letting Kaneson appear to take the lead, or are you definitely leading this dance?
I think Margo's sure of herself, so she's like leading the dance.
Perfect. How many times do you dip Kaneson in the course of this dance?
At least twice.
And do you let him dip you at all?
I let him try.
As you dip him, it's very easy. This man is very light, even in his, fancier, heavy garb. And he almost stumbles and falls each time. The only thing keeping him up is your own grip. And the one time he attempts to dip you, he manages to do so. I rolled a 6 on that, so he does. You remember at the prior year's gala, he absolutely dropped you on the floor. And he seems to have improved since then.
Very impressive.
Thank you. You are, of course, welcome to converse with the prince over the course of this dance. But if there is nothing else to say, we can leave you two dancing for a moment.
I think we could dance.
Right. In that case, as the dance comes to a close, you realize that it's almost certain that he pulled someone in the band aside a moment to ensure that this dance would be brief enough that he would not exhaust himself over the course of it. There are fewer lords and ladies dancing, and the prince turns to you, his breathing slightly labored. Margo, if you would, could you join me on the balcony?
Suppose a moment wouldn't hurt.
Thank you, Margo. Your company is always a pleasure. He takes your hand, leading you out past, behind the... let me set up the geometry of this. Big doors to the balcony. Big doors is like the main entrance of the Great Hall. And then on this far wall, there is the King and Queen's throne. Stop it, no sponsors. You can't sponsor things. No sponsors. Kaneson steps next to you, an arm behind your back as he guides you to the far end of the Great Hall, taking you to a balcony which overlooks the lands to the north of the keep. With a polite nod as you two enter this empty balcony, the guards slowly close the doors, the music dampening. Where are you positioning yourself in this scenario?
I think I would like stand at the balcony, but try and stay just a few feet, like beside him, not right up next to him, because you should be right next to a man alone.
Yes. You position yourself appropriately. You know long since where the center of the balcony is, and I suspect you've stood here before with Kaneson maybe 3 paces away. As you overlook the balcony, the prince steps up behind you. One hand is firm on your shoulder as the tip of a blade is pressed into the small of your back. So, Margo, the edge of your kingdom is only a month by carriage, and yet you've never seen it. It's odd, as I've seen the full breadth and width of my lands. Maybe through a union, you and I could see the whole world.
And do you think you're up to my father's standards, Sir Kingston?
I'm certain that your father's standards are beneath me, and I'm certain that they'll be further beneath me after tonight.
So sure of yourself.
Quite. You know, it's hard to keep standards when you're buried. Through an alliance, I assure you that both of our kingdoms would be safe against all foes. I know there's been tension with raiders.
And you think a grimy man like yourself who goes behind people's back are the solution?
You hear him scowl audibly at that retort, the point of the blade pressing further against you, firmer. You have a moment to assess your options here. You know the prince is weak, but his blade is already upon you, and the only resistance in this matter would be the fabric and ribbing of your corset. The only other option before you would be to cast yourself over the banister. You remember when you were small that the banister gave way during a similar party. At the time, 3 had fallen to the courtyard and only 1 had perished. Beyond that, the only other route is accepting whatever Kainson proposes to you.
So I have a skill in escaping.
Okay.
Can I try to escape this situation?
You absolutely may. If you could describe to me your course of action from first.
I think I would like to try and drop down, letting the blade kind of slice the dress, and then roll out of the way.
I guess my question is, are you going for the door or over the banister?
Right.
Or are you going to try and fight him?
Ooh. I think I'll try to create some distance. Try to grab his blade, but also call out for a guard at the same time. There should be guards around the castle.
Perfect. Roll me your escaping. We will have that include the calling for the guard. I'm going to say, if you get below a 6, you are going to remain in his grasp. And at that point, you can take 2 notes. If you get below a 9, you will get away with a slight injury. And if you get above a 12, you can put, let's say, 2.5 yards between the 2 of you.
Okay. So it's 3d6, correct?
If you have a 3 in escaping, then yes. You have a 2 in escaping, it looks like.
I have an escape. Yeah, I have to find that actual sheet, because right now I'm just using a Google Doc.
I can post it in the chat.
Please. Beautiful. Okay. That's a 5. Ah! That's a 6, so 11.
11. So I believe that is the one where I said you get away, but he nicks you?
I think so.
Right. In that case, as you drop down, you try to call out. His dagger was positioned different than you had suspected. You feel a hot burst of pain as the knife drags up along your spine, cutting through part of your corset and dress. You do manage to get a few steps between the 2 of you. You are positioned such that the doors are here, you would be here, and Kainson would be here.
Okay. guess I'll just try and run for the door. I don't really know what to do here.
Awesome. In that case, roll me escape again. This time, it is just going to be hit or miss. We'll say on a 8 or above, you get to the door in time. Beyond that, or below that rather, you can take a note as Kainson will get back to you.
As you attempt to run for the door, you hear the whinny of a horse down below the balcony, and a moment later, as a man throws himself onto the balcony, hood over, down low over his face, you hear, "Unhand her!" And as his head tilts up, the hood falls cinematically off of him, and you see Eric standing on the balcony before you. He goes, "Margo, what has happened?" Shink! He pulls his blade. Kainson and him begin to engage in a sword fight, which is quickly disarms Kainson and sends him onto his knees. He goes, "You shall never touch my darling princess again. Margo, let us go. Come." He holds a hand out to you as Kainson is on the ground panting.
Eric, what are you doing here? You can't be seen.
I couldn't leave you for even a moment longer. You were all I could think about. Margo, I know that it is foolish of me, and I would make a foolish king, but I ask you to leave this place with me.
Eric, you know I would do anything, but I can't leave my kingdom.
And, my love, what will they say when they find him passed out on the balcony? Myself, I'm meant to be banished from these lands. You have to come with me. Please.
Eric, I will find you.
You see, you can hear guards and... Is the princess? Does somebody have eyes on the princess? Where's Lord Kainson? Here. Margo, please! Please, come with me now!
I will find you, Eric, but I cannot leave my kingdom. This is my right.
Has anyone seen the princess?
For the guards. And with a total of 13, the doors to the balcony burst open. 5 guards, swords drawn, standing with you between them and Eric.
No, I was saving her! I was saving the princess! Unhand me!
Eric, you have to go.
Unhand me! And
you quickly surround him, pushing you off to the side, beginning to drag him away.
Margo, I will find you. I will find you if it takes every last day of my life here on Earth. I will find you.
Eric, I will get you. This isn't it. This isn't over.
With that, we watch as Eric is taken away. The gala very heavily disrupted for a time. As he does so, there was a bit of a scuffle with him and Kainson. Eric is much better a fighter, and Kainson's only errant stab had done naught but cut a satchel loose from his hip. As you were left on the balcony, this is the one thing before you.
Pick it up.
Inside there is a series of missives and documents between Prince Kainson and several contacts within both Mord and Valeria. At a glance, there are plans for an external assault on Zephyr Keep, which is to be done in tandem with an attempted execution of Lady Persephone and Lord Dimitri tonight in just a few short hours.
No. I think I run to find my parents.
You rush to them, the gala heavily disrupted already by the... Pardon me. I've had too much sweet tea, too quick. The gala already interrupted by the sudden appearance of Eric. You see that in these documents, as you hand them to your parents, they are the espionage, they are the accusations pressed against Eric.
It wasn't him, Mama. I swear on it. He saved me.
I'm sure he saved you, but you must understand the evidence against him is far too great. He'll have to go to trial proper, rather than escaping the kingdom the second we point a finger.
He wouldn't.
I know that that's what you might believe. But what your mother is trying to say is that we don't operate based on what you believe. We operate based on fact and law and trial. So Eric, just the same as any of the other knights that commit treason against the nation, will be put to trial. And that's the end of it.
In the coming weeks, Eric is imprisoned to be put on trial in roughly 1 month's time. Several of the kingdom's advisors are exiled or put to death, and Kainson is sentenced to spend the rest of his life in the dungeon, his cell adjacent to Eric's. With that, we return to the present. Would like to pass around and have each of us say when we would be waking.
I feel like Rognar is getting up early. He's used to getting up with his dogs. He's used to getting up and hunting. And I think even in this very transitional point in his life where everything is different, he kind of sticks to this routine. So I feel like he's waking up at probably like 4:30, maybe 5 a.m. and maybe seeing if he can go out and hunt something in this like suburb area.
I think Margo.
Before that, I apologize.
No, go ahead.
Every, gated community I have ever seen is a maze of curving streets and cul-de-sacs. I would like you to beat a 10 to navigate this.
Okay, I have survival. Could I use that as like a...
I think that would be appropriate.
As Rognar exits the house for the day, go ahead and roll, certainly. As Rognar exits the house for the day, you can see it's like a cookie-cutter neighborhood. Like, every house is like one of 4 styles. Very early 2000s in the, style of them and that kind of thing. And you guys are, on the corner of one little cul-de-sac, and there's just dozens of streets that continue to go inward, away from, the main highway. And... yeah, based on what you roll, I can help tell you what you see.
I don't remember what the DC was, but I got a 10.
You hit it exactly, so...
Yes.
No notes, you managed to, go.
So as you walk out and you kind of... And I think, your kind of Flintstones town had streets. Maybe not this quite complex. And all of your houses looked the same. Easy. So, these look a little funny, but it's just like a bunch of caves. I think you kind of get that. As you walk outside, you see that, you hear voices from the house next door to you. And as you, step out from around this hedge that surrounds your front yard, you see that you smell food that you do not recognize, but you can tell that something hot, cooking is in the air. You smell, it's like roasted nuts, although he might not know what that is. Funnel cake, which he definitely doesn't know what that is. And you see that at the end of your driveway, which is this rock that leads up to your front door, you see that there's a big, what you've come to learn is like a truck blocking your driveway. And on the side of it, I'm going to assume Rognar can read. On the side of it, it says, funnel cake.
I actually had a note that said he was illiterate.
Oh, okay. Then you don't know. It has this picture of like this weird, I don't know, beige-ish food item. Don't know what that is. But there's a window and a man sitting in there who looks like he's like, and I don't know that you really know what he's doing there either. But you see that. You also notice that there's some people in the yard to your left. You see a man and a woman and two younger people, still adults, but probably like older parents and their adult children in the yard of the house next to you.
All right, I'm going to approach the funnel cake guy. And I'm going to ask him, are you a mage?
No.
How do you craft such delicious looking and smelling foods?
Oh, you're high. Okay, here. If you have just a free sample, you try it and tell me if you want to spend $5 on it. There you go. How about that?
Just as a slight moment of context here, Rognar fully said he's waking up at 4 a.m.
Didn't even think about that.
No. I honestly believe that some funnel cake vendors are on something, which means they would have their truck there at 4 a.m. way like 4 hours before anything's supposed to go down.
Oh, I do love that.
Seeing a caveman also at 4 a.m. and being high is the only explanation.
There's no other fair things set up yet, but it seems like Rognar doesn't know this, but they are attempting to set up for a fair, and this funnel cake guy's real early.
And the thing is, though, the locals are coming. They know. The locals are coming.
They're on the way. Yeah.
I am a huge fan of Funnel Cake Guy. He's my favorite NPC now.
We're adopting him.
So, Ragnar's gonna take a bite, and he's never had anything, like, sweet before. Like, not, like, artificially sweet anyway. He's had, like, berries and stuff. But as he takes a bite, it's like that, like, Jimmy Neutron brain blast moment where he's like, this is the greatest thing I have ever put in my body. And I think, like, realizes that, oh, wow, this actually may not be so bad. Like, Ragnar's on the up and up since this whole thing started, I think. He's, like, chewing it. He's like, this is magnificent. You made this.
Yep. Yep. Do you have $5? I can get you a bigger one for $5.
Dollars. Where would I find these dollars?
God.
I shall forage for them for you.
No. Wow, dude, you really are high. I guess, get a job. Do you have a job?
Job. I previously, rehabilitated wolves, saber-toothed tigers, and such.
Dude, you gotta go back inside. You need to go back to bed. I'm gonna be here for 12 more hours. Go to bed and sleep off this green out, and then come back out here.
And I will find those $5 for you, dear mage.
Okay, man. All right. Yep.
Still eating it. Can he like wander around? If I can't hunt something, that's totally fine. But I feel like once he's up in the morning, I feel like he's outside. Like, he can't be inside all day. He, like, gets stir crazy.
You are fully welcome to wander the neighborhood, just like a total vagrant. I'm going to ask that we continue to state the order in which we wake up.
Perfect.
I think Margo would also wake up pretty early because she's used to the routine of getting up, doing her daily duties. So I like to think she's woken up and is just like in the kitchen, looking at it, perplexed, trying to figure it out though, without anybody's eyes like watching her.
Oh, beautiful. I would actually like you to roll for that, because we saw what happened with the fridge.
Yes. Do you think I can use the memory roll to try and remember if I've ever seen servants cook? I know it's not quite the same, but like, I want to make tea.
I think I'll let you use memory, but I'll raise the DC. I think that's a good bargain.
Okay.
Knowing, like, do I remember seeing people cook versus knowing how to do it yourself is a little bit harder.
And also, no gas ranges there, no microwaves. So I think we'll
Alright, maybe I'll just
go in
figure this
order.
out.
On a 6, you can figure out the microwave. On a 12, you can figure out the oven.
Who?
6, you get 2 notes. 12 or under, you get 1. Yes. What is it?
2.
A 2 on memory?
Oh no, memory's 3. Hold on.
I was gonna say, I don't think a 2.
I don't think that's possible.
2, 6, 3, 6, 9,
11.
10, 11.
11. So you take 1 note, and you do successfully figure out the microwave. There's happens to be a baggie inside of it already. You look at it, it's got directions on it. You put it in, close the door, hit the numbers that are associated, hit start, silence for 30 seconds, maybe a minute. And unless you stop this process, you will be greeted by a bag of popcorn.
I think Margo does, like, ever so slightly scream, because why is this strange machine making popping noises?
I would like our sleeping characters to all just roll me do anything DC 4 to hear this.
Rognar's halfway down the street. He's looking for stray dogs.
He saw a rat, he's chasing it.
One.
I got a 6.
I got a 3.
That blows up, or rather, it graduates. I don't know the term for it. I don't.
Oh.
You advance.
Graduates.
Oh, right.
You graduate. So
now you have a
So I
2d6 in listening, in
Hearing?
perception, in, like, whatever you want to call that.
Listening feels like it makes the most sense.
something,
Am I gonna write this down?
add that 2d6 in listening to your character sheet. Audrey and Matthias, mark a note on each of your sheets. Della, for a second, your dream is invaded by gunfire before you wake up.
What the fuck? She definitely runs out to the source of the scream. What happened? What happened?
I'm sorry, I don't know. I just, there was a bag and there was numbers and I clicked them and then it started, like, exploding or something. I don't know. I didn't mean
There
to
was
wake you.
No, you're fine. You're fine, princess. Okay. So, something exploded where? I don't see.
She just, like, shakily points at the microwave. That thing.
I definitely have no idea how to open it, so I'm just gonna try to
feel like
to figure out how to
they
open
wouldn't
it.
Splurge on a microwave that has a button to open. It's fully got a handle.
Okay. And I'll grab the handle and pull it open. And pull my gun.
Is it okay?
I think it's fine. It just looks like a bag. Lower my gun. What were you trying to do?
I just wanted some tea. I usually start my morning with a cup of tea.
Right. I don't think that's how you make tea.
I've never had to make it myself.
Right. Of course, right. You're a princess, right? So you don't make tea. Would Della have an idea of what a stove looks like? I feel like there were stoves in the 1800s, right?
Don't necessarily.
Wood
I'm
fire.
Not sure when gas stoves were invented, but I know there were wood-burning stoves.
Right. Those look similar enough that I'd know, like, that gas stove is where I could heat a kettle and make tea, if I can find a kettle.
You can figure out how to turn it on, yes.
Okay.
Argue me a skill for that, please.
That might be a do anything, yeah. Unless, because I have shoot, horse riding, balance, charm, and listening, so.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ask you to hit a 4 on do anything then.
That's another 6.
Awesome.
Two
So-
in appliances.
Great.
She rolls a 1 and we fills the place with gas.
And our house burns down.
We all die silently.
We know at least one person has a lighter or matches in this party. There would be an explosion.
Yeah. I feel like Della has some matches on her, but she's not gonna use those.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, because she figures out how to turn it on. Alright, I can make you some tea. I've made tea before. We have a kettle here? Would we have a kettle?
Rummaging around, I don't know that you have a kettle. You've got a saucepan.
I'll use this, I guess. Where do I get water at this place?
You think taps existed? Or I think, pumps existed, so...
Anyway. Would I have to roll to figure out how to use the sink? Because I don't think she's having
You used the fridge thing, and that did water. Remember?
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I think I tried, because I know water comes out of the fridge when I do the thing. I think I fill it up in the fridge. I fill up the saucepan, and then I put it on the stove. Holy shit. And I wait for that to boil. Alright. That's step 1. We're gonna wait till that's bubbling, and then put it in a mug. And then... I didn't check if we even have tea here. I'm gonna rummage through the cupboards looking for...
I'm gonna ask you for another do anything. I'm just gonna set it to a 3.
Amazing. 2.
2. No tea. Do take a note, though.
Okay. Absolutely.
You got a
so-
mug of freshly boiled water. Still steaming.
We don't have tea. But we do have hot water.
I'll say I'd like to call for another do anything from Matthias and Audrey, just to see if they hear, now that there's people talking in the kitchen, if they wake up maybe. I don't know, see a DC 4 again, Aaron? Papa?
Hold on. I'm on 5.
Me as well, also a 5.
Wow,
Nice.
you guys are
Yeah,
matching.
Definitely. Romantic.
Cute. They're in the same room. Audrey's on the top bunk and Matthias is on the bottom. Go ahead, showrunner.
I'm definitely here.
I don't know that Matthias would get out of bed for that, though.
But Audrey wakes up above you.
He's definitely getting out of bed for that.
I would, because I think Audrey is used to, one, staying up late, but then waking up when people come knocking on the door. Detective, I need your help, right? So she's hearing stuff outside, and so I think she'll just be like,
It's
and I
almost
think
like
fully,
you had a cot in your office at that point.
oh yeah, the amount of time, this, the percentage of time slept in apartment versus office, not healthy. But I think there is a wake up, ready to get up, forgets bunk bed. And it just scoots off the bed, goes down, says nothing. It's just like,
Matthias is definitely still pretending to be asleep, but he's gonna like collect himself up and like follow her out after, like in like a couple minutes. You know what I mean? Like, so it's not like he's very much being fashionably late about it.
She looks up. If she were to look at him, he's going. Yeah, I think if there's like a bathrobe or something, it's like.
You to roll me poke around.
Poke around. I will poke around. That's a 5 for me.
Yeah, so that's 5d6.
Wait, what am I poking?
To see if I'm asleep.
I would like you to roll me diplomacy.
Let's do it.
Aw, cute.
Math.
They're using their
I'm
skills.
gonna do it online.
16.
16?
Damn.
That 5 dice right there.
24.
Damn.
No.
Matthias, it's up to you on if she's aware that you're faking being asleep or not.
Definitely not. No, I'm too good.
Perfect.
He's too like he's facing the wall basically.
Oh yeah. I also just hit my head on the ceiling. Not yet.
The DS closing and Margo going just
Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, I'll just go out. Have like
see the ladies in the kitchen. They messing around trying to make tea.
Audrey, great. So something exploded in that box. It just looks like a bag. The princess thought it was tea, and now we have hot water. We don't have tea.
Good morning, Audrey.
Good morning.
I am confused.
It's okay. Do you want me to start with the bag or the cup of hot water?
The bag?
Okay. I'll open the microwave. Is it open? Like what?
I think it was left open. Bella definitely.
Popcorn definitely existed by then. Like maybe not in bags.
I'm sure like stovetop Jiffy Pop existed.
Yeah. So I think it's like this is just a paper bag. Maybe over the counter.
Too long. There's no steam. It's half cold at this point.
That's right. We did boil water.
Yeah.
So 1/3 popped only.
This isn't good popcorn. It didn't pop all the way.
Popcorn?
Here's one of the eat one of the ones that's I hold out the 7 kernels that did pop.
While you guys are doing that, you hear beep, 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 as the smoke alarm starts chirping.
Oh my god. No clue what that is.
Matthias bolts out of bed. He thinks it's like a red alert.
Yeah, you think computer is calling to you or whatever.
Yeah. He sprints into the room.
I think for health and safety standards, there would have been smoke alarms on Matthias's set.
And I feel like even if they didn't have that much money, they probably would have spent a lot of money on fire protection for us in this apartment.
There's fire and shit.
Yeah.
I am like
no
searching
idea.
with my gun because I think Della's first instinct upon anything odd is pull gun. So she's just like,
shoot.
I think we should take just a moment to take a break real quick, and then when we get back, we will resolve the fire alarm. Rognar roaming the streets after having the smallest, less than palm-sized bit of funnel cake, failed attempt at making popcorn, failed attempt at making tea, and the smoke alarm is going off.
So, all of you here, Rognar, you're already outside, but I think that you journeyed past the cul-de-sac a bit because you're wandering, you're looking for food probably. Those of you that are in the house hear from outside, and Rognar, you hear from back the way that you came, just like a lot of people chattering, and if you glance outside, you see that they're walking around, and there's all these, like, I think probably Matthias, Della, and Audrey, you recognize some kind of, like, fair. There's different vendors and some food booths, and there's people chatting in the middle and music playing, and seems like there's some kind of, like, neighborhood street fair going on right outside.
Firstly, I put away my gun, ignoring the beeping, I guess. More interested in the crowd outside. Y'all seeing all of this?
It reminds me of the bicentennial celebrations off Pro Man 7.
I shouldn't have said anything.
As you guys are chatting, you hear ding dong.
What the fuck was that?
Why are there so many noises?
I go open the door.
Guys, please.
I'm like looking for panels to turn off like the alarms and everything. Like, hidden screens,
Computer.
Yelling computer to just the sky.
I go open the door.
Great. If Audrey goes and opens the door, when you open it, you see a man. He's a dude. He's a person. He has the most neutral Caucasian skin, the most medium tone that you can get on the Caucasian scale. He's the most medium.
If there was someone that would test well with all focus groups.
Yes.
Wow.
He has
Googled man.
He has blue eyes, brown blonde, like dark blonde hair. He's wearing a suit like Aaron's, but with a jacket. And he's holding a briefcase. And he goes, "Well, hi there."
Hello?
You're, Audrey Dame, aren't you?
That's what you want to call me?
Well, I came to talk to you all. I knew that you were moving into town. And
Who are you?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
You come to this establishment and say my name.
My mighty big apologies, ma'am. My name is Arthur
Put the
Denon.
briefcase down.
Sure. Sets the
Leave it
briefcase
outside.
down. My name is Arthur Denon. You might have heard my name before because before you all were in those shows at Locke Studios, I was the first one. And I thought, maybe you all are the only people in the world that could relate to me, and maybe you guys would have some questions or want to chat. But
You can pick the briefcase back up.
all right.
Yeah, I think Della comes around to the door also. Yeah, how about you come in?
Well, that's mighty nice of you. I find myself feeling a bit stuffy indoors nowadays, all that time in kind of a dome, They seem to be having some kind of fun fair out here. Would you all want to walk around with me and we could chat?
Is the fire alarm still going off?
I'm like pressing buttons on the only screen, like the fridge screen.
But, well.
You've dispensed hot water like 3 more times.
Ow! Yeah.
Well,
Maybe if I do it again.
Like dodging it.
Yeah.
Stop the screaming coming from the house.
Can I, with my 2 in appliances, go and try to help Matthias figure out the fire alarm?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just annoyed with him.
Let me set the DCs here real quick.
Okay.
It's a 4 to get this handled. Matthias just hasn't rubbed his brain cells together enough to roll yet because he's looking for screens.
Yeah. I'm just sick of him trying to figure this out and failing, and therefore I'm just like, what? Give me a moment, and then I'll come outside. I'm gonna fix what he's doing.
Do you know what that is? I'm talking to Arthur. What?
Oh, the fridge.
No, the noise.
Oh, yeah, that's a smoke alarm, darling. I'd be happy to come in and take a look at it. My show took place in the modern era, so I'm mighty familiar with all the modern tech.
Bella, your role was?
My roll was a 5.
It's legitimately just a little... It's not like one of those fancy ones where it's like, oh, you gotta go to the panel and type in the code. It's above your head. It's right there.
Oh, ma'am, I really wouldn't do that. I can fix it.
I got it. I've got it. I figured it out. And I hit
It stops.
See? Got it. I can figure things out.
Incredible.
Now, even if my show wasn't in the modern era.
I didn't mean any offense by that. That's just true. You know,
It isn't like, man, oh my goodness.
Well, anyway, you all want to step outside? We can see what this fun fair's got going on. Harleyville's a wonderful town. I haven't had any issues since I got out of the dome.
As long as there's edible food.
And wasn't there supposed to be 5 of you?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Where was he sleeping?
Right there,
We
on
only
the
got
couch.
4 beds.
Maybe Audrey wants to give a poking around check
Yeah.
as the detective. I don't want to overstep, Aaron, but
No, I
No, I
agree.
think that's appropriate, and I would have asked for it. Roll me a 2 or higher.
Well, I have 5 dice.
Okay. Well, you can still graduate.
Yeah,
so much.
16.
Wait,
No, wrong. It's above. It's high.
Well above. This is a very cheap futon. It's not a nice, like, couch or sectional, and there's very clearly a large man-shaped dent in it.
He was here.
Touches the track. We're 3 hours behind him.
Put your ear to the ground.
Well, I think our caveman went out for hunting.
Alright, so I guess now we're hunting a caveman.
Right. Let's hope he didn't kill anyone.
Well, and I'll say, are you guys going to follow Arthur out to this?
Yeah, we'll go out.
So,
He's
Rognar, you are not there, but you stumble upon what I just described of this fair, and there's all this stuff here.
Incredible. So many colors and lights.
Rognar, please roll me something to be more aware of your surroundings.
Okay, so I have the only thing that could be used for this, I think, would be survival. So if you think that is appropriate, I can use that. If this is too foreign for anything he's ever seen, I can just roll a do anything.
I think
It's up to you.
anything is appropriate.
I think so.
Survival. It's so fun.
Okay, that is a big fat one.
That's a 1. The lights, the smells, the sounds. There's this strange creature with... It looks like a human. Its face is stark white with red and blue and a brown bulbous nose. What you don't see is maybe 5% of the people here with cameras directed at you. Little point and shoot cameras. and maybe 20% of people steering very clear of this very strange man stumbling about the fair. And you see this strange creature extends a flower out to you.
I'm gonna lean in and try to smell the flower.
It's just right in your face immediately.
Another mage!
Oh, that's so
I love
funny.
that Rognar knows about mages.
This place is full of them.
Ragnar loves magic.
So, if everyone is walking out, I don't know if this is my jurisdiction or yours. Do they see each other? Or do they see Rognar, rather, when they leave the yard with Arthur into the street?
I think that this, like, county fair, effectively, it's... I mean, the county isn't so big that it has, like, a dedicated space for this. And this being the newest development, it's the nicest area, so they fully just closed off, like, half of the new... like, there are full-on, like, bulldozers next to fair stands, effectively, because, hey, the houses aren't up yet, it's still doable. So I don't think it would take long to find Rognar.
Love an HOA approved carnival.
He's a pretty big guy.
Well, first of all, do take a note for that terrible failure. I would like everyone else to just roll me something to deal with this, because this is a lot of stimulus.
I'd be poking around.
So a little bit more about like what you guys are seeing while you guys are doing your rolls. In your very cul-de-sac, it seems like we're in food corner. There's a lot of food stalls and food trucks lined up around y'all's cul-de-sac. If you go out into the more main street of the neighborhood, you see like in these big bulldoze parts where the houses haven't been built yet, there's this giant wheel that goes into the sky, which you all know is a Ferris wheel, but your characters, some of you might not. You see like little kids rides that, you know, like the ones that spin, and different people selling flowers. There's clowns walking around. There's fair games like the dart throwing and the, you know, like all these different things. Aaron?
Another quick interjection, because I actually love this. It would make sense for like clowns to be in the sort of midway. So I think, you know, there's like the clowns doing face painting. There's one walking around. Rognar, after you get sprayed in the face, you take a moment. There's these tracks. They kind of go in a loop. There's a couple bumps. And there's, you know, a whole bunch of children riding the back of what seems to be a dragon.
Oh, I mean, I feel like he's so excited about that. Ragnar loves beasts.
So,
and
as you feel this beast in its track, we will go around. We'll go from Matthias back in time for our roll results.
Okay, so I've got, I think that diplomacy, maybe, hear me out, because he's so used to interacting with so many different cultures, different, like, nothing really surprises him.
I will accept diplomacy, yes. For diplomacy, let's make it DC 12.
Okay. I rolled a 13.
You just make it. This is very much a, like, you have been to a Galactic Accord meeting before, and it is straight up like, yes, I'm going to maintain a neutral expression because some species see smiling or frowning as threatening, and I'm just going to exist out of the way.
Matthias, as you're doing that, you also see a couple walks by you, and they're speaking the language of the Scrogs.
Matthias is blown away. I mean, he's like grabbing the nearest person to him, like of our group, and being like, "This language, the Scrogs, they're here." And just babbling about it.
Oh,
Your
don't
planet's
touch
been
me.
being invaded.
Who are you grabbing?
Oh,
Who would be closest to me? Just generally, I'm kind of in the back of the group. Like
who would have been in the back?
I think Audrey let out, so
Yeah.
I really do think it's Ella closest.
That works, yeah.
That
I'm
works.
grabbing Della, and I'm just babbling about like Scrogs and
Awesome. In which case, we will go to Audrey's roll and then Della's. Della, you're going to take a -5.
-5?
Because Matthias is just popping off.
Nonsense.
DCs will be different for each of you depending on what skill you use.
Okay.
So, Audrey, how are you dealing?
I use poke around. And also, I feel like a fair is like not a foreign thing.
Not for
to
the
me.
20s, no.
Yeah.
No, not at all. I think poke around might be
Or
leaning into the overstimulation if I were going to guess.
yeah, to
I'll
battle.
do a DC3 do anything.
Yeah, I was about to say if I thought I was just trying to understand what was happening. To battle overstimulation, I am equipped with nothing. I'll do anything.
Audrey Dame, the first detective on television to have a panic attack.
I did get a 3.
Perfect. In that case, you are managing to take this all in. It's not too different. Yeah, you've seen this all before.
There's just a lot of stuffed animals I don't recognize.
But
There is this giant banana with like a multicolored hat and long, like thick strands of hair, like sunglasses and a little like what looks like a cigarette sticking out of its mouth.
Whatever you said, I missed. I'm sorry. Say it all again.
Roster banana plushes.
Yeah.
That.
As Audrey is looking around and taking it all in, however, you, your eye in that detective never miss anything kind of way, you jerk your head, glance over, right as you see somebody bump into somebody as they're walking, like, towards each other, past each other, and one person goes, ah, and the other guy speeds up as soon as he passes her, and she goes, well, hey, watch where you're... Hey, I think he took my wallet.
I run. I scream. Hey!
You shoot off towards the culprit?
Yeah.
As you do that, we will pause. Della, what will you be rolling?
I don't think I have anything that fits this situation, unfortunately.
Right. In that
No,
case,
I will.
Shoot, gun, horse.
Yeah, that's what I've got. Though I will say, I worked in a Wild West bar for like a good portion
Yes,
of my
here's
life.
what I'm going to say. That skill is going to be very useful for you right now. I did say -5. However,
did.
You have dealt with, I think, more like actively stressful situations. Like this bar is threatened by like fires and dynamite at least twice a month.
Exactly. I feel like I'm
a DC1 do anything.
so I just
Oh, I understand. Okay.
right. Okay.
I was like,
Matthias,
what?
How dare you? Come on.
Matthias is just causing problems this episode.
I'm gonna write down my note for my.
What did you roll?
What did I think? -3.
Della, being so panicking, overwhelmed, not being able to take this in at all, though, you catch a glimpse of black hair and a cowboy hat, and then it disappears behind a pillar, and it looks like someone you might recognize. But you're not really sure if that was something you actually saw, or if that was just that you're so much is going on right now.
Okay, Matthias, Skrinks, got it. Aliens. I'll
Skrinks.
I will. And I'm just gonna take off and try to go find him.
Awesome. Margo, how are you going to deal with this situation?
Is it possible to use memory for I would say maybe she's been to like a few tourneys.
I think you would have been to like jousts before. I don't know that I can argue memory.
Yeah.
I think the best I could argue for you is escaping is sort of a mental thing.
Also, I think Arthur becomes the new victim of Matthias's rambling.
Oh, absolutely.
So this normal ass dude is sitting there like, right, all right, yep.
Internally, it's like, man, they really screwed up the naturalization process. Like, they did not get them ready at all.
Yeah. They don't know where the hell they are.
Go with the escaping. She's been in a lot of crowds before.
Awesome. With escape, I think I'm going to ask for... I feel like a 5 feels appropriate for this.
Okay.
It's a joust, but bigger.
That was a 1.
Do you have 4 notes? Oh, wait, you've got 1 more die, right.
Okay, hold on. That was also a 1.
Do you have 3 notes?
I have 1 note.
Gonna cut it. It is overwhelming. This is the time where you would sort of go back into the box that the king and queen have, you know, just take your seat, chill out for a minute, maybe watch Eric if he's in the joust, but
Margo just
you don't have a box.
Puts her hands over her ears again like she did for the alarm.
And Margo, you notice, like, in the distance, you think you see a horse at first, but then as you look at it for a little bit longer, you see that it's odd. It's uncanny. It's like this porcelain horse, but it's going up and down on this bar and it's spinning, and it really is freaking you out.
I don't like this. I don't like this. Why would they do this to us? I don't... She just kind of steps closer to whoever's near her in the group.
I think everyone except Rognar has left.
Oh, well...
Oh, no. Matthias and Arthur are standing there.
We didn't even find Rognar, I thought.
You did.
Rognar was very oblivious to everything, having a good time because he's not noticing all the things that can make this a bad time.
Alright, Space Boy, don't leave me here.
Oh, God.
Right. Well then. So, I believe our first course of action was Audrey. You have found a perp.
Yeah. And I'm shouting for the police as I chase him down through the crowd.
Argue me your role here. If you're really going to the extreme, I'll accept shoot cute gun, but
I'll shoot cute gun.
I'm gonna let you know you will be shooting this person if you do this.
No, I'll wait. Hold on. I'm not gonna shoot anyone.
Gun isn't just a name.
But I made it up. Let me see. Do I want to shoot this man? Actually, can I make the argument that they wouldn't have actually given me real bullets? So my gun, they wouldn't, because they don't know. They're not going to give me a gun.
I think.
I don't know that Audrey's ever had to use her gun. Like, because she always finds the bodies cold.
She's never needed it. I think it's always been a pull gun scenario.
Yeah.
So I'll accept blanks.
Yeah. I don't know that the bullets aren't real. So yeah. Or can I try to just like corner him?
You can certainly try to do that. I just need you. I think that would be
I'll
do
do-
anything because
I'll
I don't
do
know what else we
anything.
have that'll do that.
Yep.
4?
Yeah.
I think with a 4 you can absolutely corner this guy. It's crowded, and I think you're used to this, you know. Your setting was a lot more urban, so very much in a head down, getting through people. You're used to the rain on your back. It's sunny, but you can act the same way.
It's raining somewhere.
Another gumshoe pounding the pavement.
Exactly.
What did you say? How do I approach this?
Yeah.
Have I got him?
You can get up to him. I'm just asking, like, you're on your way. Whatever you do within reason here will be successful.
Sorry, I'm thinking.
A-okay? Hey, I'm never gonna bash thought.
Thought daughter.
What the fuck? I'm never gonna bash thought.
We all gotta think.
Think away, queen.
Okay. Wasn't that funny?
It's not. Sorry. Not a fair. There's gotta be that, like, the world's shittiest police officer. Like, he's not paying attention at all, right? Because it's the fair.
I don't think it's even a real police
Yeah.
officer necessarily. This is a person in, like,
A security
bright yellow
shirt.
vest
Yeah.
with, like, a bike helmet on, standing next to their bike, and the vest just says security on it.
Yeah.
And set the scene. You can see the person is taking this, what do you say, wallet, purse, whatever got taken. And you know those, like, those games where it's like the line of squirt guns and then the line of targets and you go head to head? They're making their way towards one of those.
No way. Okay. If they're just trying to play a game, I'll go up to the booth. I'll go up next. I'll go up next to him.
Yeah. He sits down. You know, these are always vastly overpriced, so hands over like $5 or whatever. You take a seat next to the guy, totally not paying attention, just full on trying to win this prize.
Okay, hear me out. I want to dramatically be like patting my pockets, be like, oh, damn, guess I left my wallet. I'll have to walk all the way back to the car. And then can I be sexy to try and get him to pay and pull out the wallet?
Westerly, I'm gonna give you a -2 for. I think I gotta go back to the car.
Yeah.
But I will set this DC 14.
I'm so sexy.
14.
Okay. What are the odds? I have 4 dice, guys. That's why it's high.
It's also not just that. A person who just stole a wallet isn't going to be too
Yeah.
keen to give the money out.
That's fair. I did not meet it. I got a no, I got a 12.
So that is going to be 1 note for you.
Yeah. In that case, in my head, I'm like, damn. These criminals, they can't even be beguiled. They can't even be seduced. And then I'm gonna go over to the security officer and be like, that man stole a woman's wallet and I watched it happen. and now he's playing on a contraption.
I have never dealt with. Oh, are people frozen or is that me?
That's you.
No, people aren't frozen. Okay, that's just me not realizing
Yeah.
you guys can be still. You guys are normally so energetic. How dare you think for a moment? I just said I'll never bash a thought, but apparently.
Exactly.
I've never dealt with a police officer in a fair, much less a rental police officer in a fair. So, just getting into this person's shoes for a moment, I have a baton. I'm paid to stop fights, not alleged thefts. Do you have any proof?
You're pathetic. And I walk away.
Well,
Guy shrugs, walks over to a churro stand.
Can I go punch the guy?
Do you want to punch this? You want to punch the perp?
Yeah, I'll start a fight.
Sure. I don't know how much you brawled in your show, so give me a...
Let's find out.
This guy's unaware, so we'll say DC 2, sorry. I'm good at numbers. DC 2, do anything for this.
3.
3. You walk up to this motherfucker, falls off the bench, straight up on the ground immediately.
Can I take the wallet?
And this stand goes, well, holy shit. You hear, motherfucker. Guy leaves the churro stand, starts running towards you.
Can I take the wallet?
You can absolutely take the wallet.
Okay, I take the wallet.
The woman is still standing where you left, like where she was left. She's like, that's so strange. I think that guy took my wallet.
I take it out and I open it and I hope to God there's an ID in there.
Absolutely an ID in there.
Are you showing it to the woman?
No, I'm showing it to the security officer that's about to take me away. Is this proof?
Ma'am, put your hands down.
I only have one hand up.
Down.
I have one hand up and it's holding a wallet.
Hand up the top. Hands down, please. That could be his girlfriend's wallet. Sir, are you okay?
No. This bitch. She just attacked me for no reason.
Is this you?
That's my girlfriend's wallet.
Go get her then.
We're in a fight. It's none of your freaking business. Yanks it out of your hand.
Fight. We're not in a fight. You're on the ground.
Me and my girlfriend are in a fight.
Alright, so here's what's gonna happen, right? No. Give me the wallet. Takes the wallet. I'm gonna call this in. If it's your girlfriend's, she'll get it. Chill. If I see either of you causing a ruckus again, I don't want to kick you out, but I will. I am authorized to kick you out of this county fair if need be.
I'm a part of the HOA. I have a right to be here.
Sure, you have a right to be here when it's not the county fair.
Whatever.
Guard takes the thing, goes back, gets his churro, walks off into the distance.
And Audrey's like, case closed.
Another case.
Another one of the books.
Long drag of the cigarette. Camera goes black and white.
Everyone in this town is so goddamn incompetent. I kick the guy and then I walk away.
Alright, resolving that, I think, for the sake of convenience, this guy was by the games. I think it's easy enough to say you made it to the midway in this chase, and I feel like Rognar would be as close to this beast as possible.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. He's gonna try to pet it and
fully, there is not so much a ruckus as I don't know. I think Rognar respects animals enough to, if the handler says stay away, stay away. So I think Rognar is just, at the fence around this roller coaster, leaned as close as possible.
Big smile on his face.
The weird giant man near the children's ride watching them ride.
I hate this, but yeah.
But Audrey, you see Rognar there.
Yeah, horrible way to put it.
Accurate way to put it.
Yeah.
So funny.
He's gonna get himself killed.
What a magnificent beast.
I'll just go walk over.
Do you make yourself known? Because he's locked in.
I'll go up to him. It's a ride, right?
Oh, I would love to ride, but the handler said I must stay away.
No, I'm asking for clarification.
It's a ride. I also love the thought of you saying that in character.
It's a ride, right?
Well, I asked if I could, but the handler said, I suppose the beast is only meant for smaller riders.
I want so badly to tell him it's a machine, but he's so happy.
I think we are going to leave the two of you here for a moment as we cut to Della in the midst of a panic attack. You have just seen a familiar black cowboy hat in the crowd walk off, turn a corner.
Yeah, I'm chasing after him.
Yeah, I honestly don't think a roll is necessary for this. This person is not trying to evade anyone.
Oh God, Heads.
As you kind of follow them and turn this corner around behind them, you see this random guy turns when you say that, and it's not Eddie. Evening, ma'am.
Sorry. I just thought you were someone I knew.
You all right?
He's not real, so... I'm fine.
You look awful pale. Or can I get you some water, or you need to take a seat?
No, it's just this place is a lot. I should be used to it. My bar was threatened so often, so I don't know why. This is a lot.
Do you work at Timbo's in town?
Yeah, I work at Timbo's. Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm Robert.
I thought you were someone I knew.
Oh, I'm Robert. I live a few doors down.
Ella.
So,
Yeah.
where do y'all live? Where do you live?
That one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew somebody new was moving in there, but I guess I didn't. You alone?
Yeah.
You got living with your family, or? I like to meet all the new neighbors. You know, me and my brother and I live 6 or 8 houses down that way.
Nice. I live with 4 other people who I met the day we moved in.
I know they do all those random roommate assignments now. In this economy, you got to, right?
Yeah, that's what we did.
So you live next to the McNeils. Have you met them yet?
No, I haven't met any of the neighbors. We moved in actually last night.
Wow. Okay. Well, if you're all right, I'm gonna keep going, but enjoy the fair, and see you around.
You. Yeah. I took my hat back to him.
Robert goes off.
I love that. Jumping back, I believe the only people left with Arthur were Captain Matthias and Princess Margo.
No, listen, Captain Halifax, I understand. You've been talking about Scrogs. I understand. But I feel like it might help you if I remind you, that the Scrogs aren't real. The Scrogs on your show were speaking Spanish. So you just heard that couple and they were speaking Spanish, and that's a real world language that they spoke in the show. You remember that you were in a show, don't you?
I took 4 years of alien dialect in the academy. That's Scrog.
No, so it's called Spanish, and they use that in the show so that they didn't have to make up a new language. So you can speak, what is it, 4 languages or something like that? You're not gonna have no problem finding a job, brother. But no, that is Spanish. It's not an alien language. Those people live here. They're not from anywhere. They live in Harleyville. They're not aliens. They're.
Ay, no le creo.
Wow, I've never heard you do it.
Himself in Spanish.
Yeah. Are you okay, Princess? Are you fine? Your hands are covering your ears.
It's so loud.
Here. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out earbuds, like not like the corded kind with music, but like the little rubber, like that you wear at concerts or whatever. put those in your ears and it'll keep the sound out.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, where did the rest of everybody go? I mean, I kind of thought we were gonna like stick together and we could talk about things, or if y'all had any questions, or.
I will say, maybe the fair wasn't the best place to discuss.
I'm starting to feel that. I guess I didn't think they really did not do a very good job naturalizing y'all. I didn't think about this being such a shock for you all. Where are the rest of them? Audrey and Della and Rognar all. I mean, Rognar was never here, but Audrey and Della ran off. Where? Maybe we should just get back to y'all's house. I don't know.
I think. Yeah, for sure.
Wait, what did you say?
We should try and find them.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know.
You are welcome to make some sort of roll to find your companions, and in fact, I would like to ask what all the other, Rognar, Della, and Audrey are doing in this moment. I assume Ragnar's still looking at the ride?
Yeah, I mean, he's explaining to Audrey the rules that the handler explained to him, so she understands.
I'm smoking a cigarette near the children.
But I do think, like, if that conversation's concluded, Ragnar's venturing, like I think he's a little bit more curious about this place. Are there any of those strength
How much
things?
interest do you give to this?
I think, are there any, like, tests of strength? Or, like, any of those, like...
There absolutely is a test of strength.
Let's go.
Okay. There is definitely one of those, like, I'll give you the option. There is the hang on the bar for 2 minutes one, that's always rigged and always a scam. Or there's the hammer with the lead weight.
Oh, the hammer one. Absolutely.
Right, so...
Step right up. Test your strength on the mallet. See how high you can get it to go. Come on, you there, big man. You give it a try. Bet you could make it go all the way to the top.
He leans over to Audrey and goes, he's talking about me, and walks up.
He is.
And then can I roll for strength? Because that's one of my skills.
Absolutely. You see, as you step up, there's a small crowd gathered. I love how when you ask, can I roll strength, literally everyone in the chat clicks on your character sheet. I'm going to say...
it's my best skill.
Quite reasonably, this would be a 15. Because most people straight up can't do this without training.
I believe in you. I believe in you.
All right.
Josie made it hit the top.
Josie made what?
Josie made it hit the top when we went to the fair. Just saying.
Josie is...
Love it.
Above us all.
God bless you, Josie.
I only have 3 dice right now. I'm going to roll them again. But that's pretty good. That's 12 to start. So I get to roll 2 more dice, so I only need 3 more.
He has a 3.
Please.
What is with us?
Please.
10 threes.
That's another 8. So that's 20.
Hell yeah, Rognar.
Damn!
You see, as you
Yeah,
step
Rognar.
up, a small crowd gathers. The carnival barker fully got you for this by nature of, get a big guy to fail or get a big guy to do it. We won't even make him pay. It's going to be a good show either way, and they'll get more payers in. You take it. I don't even know if you do like proper form, lean back, go forward, drive it in, use your hips. You might just go one-handed on this. As hard as you can. You can barely blink. It's minimal time to travel from the bottom, the several yards up to the top. I'd say everyone hears in the distance, ding, as the lead weight strikes the bell at the top.
as you hit it, celebration, crowds gathered around, you hear one voice in particular of some man that's kind of sided up beside you. And CD goes, well, looks like the new neighbor's got some muscle on his bones.
Oh, well, thank you. I am used to lifting much more heavy things, so this is quite easy for me.
You see like a middle-aged balding man, classic dad fit. He's got the print patterned button up, beer belly, khakis pulled up high, and just like glasses kind of sitting lower on his nose. And he goes, all right, I relate to that. Myself, I work in construction down in downtown Harleyville. It puts a man to work. Know what I'm saying? Punches you in the shoulder.
I do not.
All right. Donnie, you moved in next door. We haven't gotten to meet yet.
How do you know of my location? Are you a mage as well?
No, I saw you guys move in yesterday. You're a big guy, you know what I'm saying? And I saw you leave the house at 4:30 this morning. I was mowing the lawn, so.
Ah, I see. Yeah. Very perceptive.
Yeah, well, the husband likes me to get it done, keep the lawn looking nice, so I get out there early, I get it done, anything, keep the old ball and chain happy, right?
I think with that, you do in fact see, hold on, I'm so bad with names all the time.
Dennis.
You see a very, very thin figure. Like, take Kaneson, who was thin, and stretch him. Graying hair on the sides, approaches. Hi, I'm,
oh, there he is.
I already forgot it.
Dennis. What'd you say your name was? Talking to Rognar.
Rognar the Menacing.
His husband.
Oh, sorry. Oh my god. See, he goes, Rognar the Menacing, and he grips to, like, not a handshake, but he, like, does, like, the clasp, like, the manly clasp.
Honey, this is Rognar. They just moved in next door. Remember, we saw him this morning at 4. I told you at breakfast.
Yeah, I do remember that. Wasn't, correct me if I'm rude, our kiddo, Henry, he said something about you being, like, famous?
He did say something about that. What is that about? Are you on, like...
strongman competitions, or...
Yeah, you bodybuilder, or you've been on the late night show. Did you get on, like, one of the late night shows, or, like...
Common misconception. I am mistaken. You have mistaken me for another.
All right.
Well, we'll have to tell, Henry that.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Dennis. If you're not careful, you're gonna throw him to the ground with this.
Whoa. Hey, he's mine. Know what I'm saying? Let go, brother. Honey,
you own him.
In a manner of speaking, I suppose. I mean,
like smacks his chest.
We better keep Daff away from him.
Concert hall. If you ever want to come down.
To play what? I'm sorry, I missed that. What did you say? Flute. Oh, do I know any instruments? Probably just, like, maybe drums, or not. Maybe not.
You do not know what a flute is. No way.
You don't know what a flute is. You've, I'm sure, heard some sort of, like, gourd wind instrument.
Are they similar to funnel cakes? Because I have found that those might be my new favorite thing.
No.
You're funny. You're funny. Honey, we should introduce him to Daff. I bet they'd get along like a oil and flame.
Absolutely. Same exact, like, dry humor.
I don't understand a word out of her mouth.
Come over for a game night.
That'd be great.
I quite enjoy games. I often play them alone. It would be nice to have others around me.
Well, we've got, a pretty big collection, so, in a week, maybe? We've got our next one. I mean, normally it's tonight, but there's the fair, so next week?
Could I invite some friends of mine?
You're happy to invite
Sure.
everyone, yeah.
Yeah. Are you living alone in 123 or?
No, I'm with my dearest friends.
I've heard about doing like roommates and stuff when the economy, it's it's hard for a man to have a house on his own anymore. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Economy. What is that?
That's right. What is that?
Nowadays.
Oh God. You're funny, man. Oh man. Well, anyway, I think Henry's probably eaten enough funnel cake to throw up, so we better go find him. But it was good to meet you. We'll have to swing by, and you can come over for game night sometime, right, honey?
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, internet stutter. Yeah, we would love to have you. Just anything but arm wrestling,
I would beat you instantly.
Oh, you absolutely would. Yeah. You'll break the table.
Oh, yeah. All right. And
Slaps the knee.
Donnie walks away.
Amazing. Oh my God. So Donnie and Dennis.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, got it. All right, in 1 week we're gonna have a game night. Amazing. Oh, did I get a prize for that strength thing?
Yes, I was going to get to that. You are immediately given effectively. We did say this was 2010s-ish in setting, even though it's 2100.
Tell me I got a big minion.
I was going to say a giant off-color gur.
Yes.
My God.
What's a giant ugly dog? I'll take whatever you want to give me. I'll take a pony.
I think you're given this massive stuffed horse with the brightest, most neon pink fur, and then straight up black mane.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful. I shall name it Funnel Cake.
That's a good name, Rognar.
Rognar cradles this thing like it's a newborn child.
Oh. Right.
So happy.
In that case,
Just a babe.
I think it is easy enough for everyone to have found the commotion. I feel like you guys would know to look for the commotion with someone like Rognar walking about.
And the loud ding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Audrey, look! It's incredible mane.
It's
very nice.
You've felt real horsehair, and you felt a lot of bad fabrics, and there have been a lot of bad wigs you've touched. This is a foreign and, quite frankly, nearly disgusting material for the mane.
So, do Margo and Matthias go over to where the commotion is as well, and Della?
Ella definitely does.
Most certainly.
So I would say
Quite a prize, Ragnar.
Arthur obviously follows Matthias and Margo if you guys are going over there, and you guys kind of walk over there, and Della will come from the opposite direction. As you guys, I think, close in on this crowd that have gathered to watch Rognar do this feat of strength, you see Matthias right next to you is a young adult, blonde woman, probably early 20s, or early late 20s, and
Nolan.
she is speaking language of Zathar. It's this language that to us the players is it's like French essentially, and she's speaking into a cell phone and is apparently talking to someone on it, maybe.
Forgive us, it seems that Matthias's BlackBerry has interfered with our stream. Not to worry, though. While our tech crew gets that one sorted out, I will be giving you a recap on what our stars are up to. Matthias flirts with a neighbor woman named Daff while her younger brother Henry tries to stop them. Then, Margo and Rognar share a touching moment where Rognar swears to protect her and gives her the stuffed horse he won named Funnelcake. Lastly, before deciding to head back to the house, our viewers question if the detective dame is jealous of Matthias's romantic conquests. And oh, just like that, it appears our signal is back up. I'll let you get back to the show.
As you guys head back up to 123. I don't know what I don't think we picked a street name, did we?
We didn't.
123 Maple Street. You guys head back up. You're turning that hedge maze, or not hedge maze. You're turning that hedge fence that you can see around it, and you see that there's 4 people standing on your porch as if they've rung your doorbell and are waiting for you to answer, but you're outside. Rognar, you recognize one of them even from the back. This is your mother.
I'm wondering if he's going to be smart or stupid.
That is the question.
I think he's going to be stupid.
You do not recognize the other 3 people.
He's going to run up and hug her.
Right. As you come up and hug this woman from behind, she, and turns around. Oh, my boy.
Real quick for the optics. You're standing outside someone's house.
And then you get tackled from behind.
She's used to it. This is our routine.
She twists around to see you. Oh, my boy. Oh, my baby boy. And pulls you into a hug. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You're safe now. You're in the real world now. You are safe now. I've got you. We're out. We're out of that dome. I'm so sorry, baby. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, Mother. You're here now. You're here.
Pulls back, holding I'm imagining you're like on a step lower, holding your face. Yeah. And she goes, my name is Tammy.
Tammy.
Yes,
Really?
Yes. I was an actress in your show, but I mean you're still my son. I still raised you. You're still my little boy. As soon as the show was pulled, I thought about leaving for so many times because I knew it was wrong, but I knew that I would be leaving you, and I didn't want you to be ripped away from the only world that you ever known. I'm so sorry, baby. I'm so sorry.
They took me away from you.
I know, but I left Lock Studios, and I'm here, and I want to be your mom for real this time, honey. I don't want to lie to you anymore. I'm so sorry.
I want that too, Mother. That sounds wonderful.
She kind of presses.
There are 3 other people here.
Yeah, she pressed your forehead, but there's other people here.
Can I introduce you to my friends?
Yes. First you should know, this is, Kimmy, points to a middle-aged woman, shorter hair. Karu points to older man next to her. And a younger, like probably teenaged girl that looks like probably biologically related to those other 2 people. And this is Madeline. Looks over your shoulder at your friends that are walking up, and you see that Kimmy, the woman, says, "Oh, Maddie," and makes eye contact and kind of reaches a hand out to Matthias.
Do I recognize this person?
No.
Uh-oh.
But as you look at Karu, the man, you've seen a photo of him before. You've never met him, but you think back to your whole life kind of knowing that one day your goal was to take over the ship that your father once captained. And you've seen this man's face only once before in the one photo that you had surviving of your father, whom you never met.
Oh my God, Matthias, it drops all the pomp and he's like, Dad?
The man says, I didn't know if you'd know me. He crosses to you, and if you'll let him, pulls you into an embrace.
For sure. He definitely doesn't hug back, but he's not gonna stop it. He's just shocked,
Look at you.
in complete disbelief.
In the real world. Matthias, I'm so sorry. We never should have signed those papers. We wanted we wanted something bigger for you, and the fame and the money was too much to pass up, and we thought that you'd be happier in some manufactured reality, but now that you're out, your mother, and this is your sister Madeline. She's I guess about 10 years younger than you. And I'm your dad, kiddo, from the picture, and this is your mom. We heard that the shows got released, and we found this other actress. She reached out, and that we were going to reconnect with the cast now that they're out in the real world, and I wanted to meet you for real, kid.
I think that Matthias is definitely struggling with this really hard especially because he hasn't really completely admitted that everything is, nothing was true. I think this is, such a hard, he has nothing to say because saying something would mean he's, finally admitted. But,
your younger
it's a
sister.
lot.
Yeah, your younger sister steps around kind of timidly, and she's like, hi, I'm Madeline.
Madeline. Hi.
It's weird, I've watched you on the TV my whole life, but you don't know me.
I thought I was all alone.
Your dad cups your face. From now on, you are not alone. We're not leaving you again.
Tears, but no change of, his face. Just, very slowly, just...
Well, listen, we know this is a lot. We didn't mean to just... we didn't know that you all weren't home. We rang and nobody answered, but we didn't know where you might have gone. And I don't mean to bombard you with all this all at once. I know this has got to be... Is that Arthur? Looks past you and sees Arthur behind you guys. That's the guy from the show that got canceled 30 years ago, isn't it? Or maybe it wasn't that long ago, but anyway. Let's. Should we go inside? Should we talk about this?
Go inside.
You all have to have questions.
An statement.
Yeah. So, they'll head inside. And I'll turn it back over to Aaron. Sorry.
I don't know if anyone knew how to lock this door. I don't know if anyone had the foresight to. I'm sure, Bella and Audrey would know how to lock a door. I don't know if they cared.
None of our stuff is there.
belongings in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have nothing important here. Oh, I am expecting a break-in.
Valid. They fully let themselves in. There is the couch, and there's a few uncomfortable chairs in the dining room, and they kind of pull all of them together. There's enough space that anyone who wants to be included in these conversations can be.
And Arthur's there for those of you who this is not your family. there's also Arthur that you could be asking questions to, who's also sitting in the area.
Rognar is going to very proudly, introduce.
You first.
Ragnar's going to proudly introduce his mother to all of his friends. Everyone, this is my mother, Tammy, the woman who raised me, made me the man I am today.
I've seen all of your shows. Thank you. Yeah, I've watched all of your shows. It's
great.
Good that you're all out now.
Yeah.
Was it worthwhile entertainment?
I'm sure it was plenty entertaining.
You see that, like, Kimmy and Caro kind of, watching Maddie on the screen was better than not having him at all, but it wouldn't have compared to having him. I don't know.
Well, I'm glad that you two have real family.
As a quick aside while this is happening, Matthias, your sister Madeline has to, roughly the age you were when you graduated from the academy. You see she's got a sheet of shiny, like, star stickers and is just, pacing around the room, very visibly nervous, and every so often just puts a sticker down on something just somewhere in the house.
Madeline, what are you doing?
Oh, well, you're from the stars. It's just a sticker. I thought that it would, maybe make you feel more like at home in your new place.
Thank you.
Can I hug you? Is that weird? Is it weird?
Please. No hug.
Didn't hug his dad.
Nope.
Nope, no way.
I love it. I respect it.
Yeah, so what, I guess my question would be either to Arthur or to your family members, is there anything in particular, like, you want to ask or talk about or, like, get clarification on or anything like that? Since I'm playing all of those NPCs.
We can step aside, Joe and I step aside from these characters to give you, like, real answers for some of the actual hard-hitting questions.
Great point.
So, how fake was all of it then? Rognar knows you recognize your father, so it was, some of it was real then?
Tammy is not Ragnar's biological mother. This is his show mother, the actress that was hired to play his mother. Don't know. But from what they're saying, this is Matthias's biological family who signed the rights to their infant away to the studio.
Did all of us get signed up? Do all of us have parents that just decided?
Some of you were already orphaned, I will say.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Can I ask if, would Tammy know if my birth parents are alive?
I don't know that she would know that. I don't know if that's a record that would be kept. They just know that you guys were gotten somehow.
Alright.
Would Ray and Trenten know?
You want to call him? As we were, as you guys are talking, eventually Matthias, this is why it was so important that you come back. You see that your mom kind of sides up next to you and goes, do you think maybe we could all go talk somewhere more private, just as a family?
Yeah.
She grabs your elbow, and your father and Madeline and you start to walk out. And you see actually Rognar that your mom says, actually that'd be a good idea. Do you mind if we go on a walk, Rognar?
Yes, Mother. I'll be there in a second. Can I clock the girls?
Oh, by the way, this would have been revealed during the thing. The last names never came up. It is Kimmy, Carew, and Madeline Hutchinson are your parents' names.
Hutchinson.
Parents and sister. Would Tammy be taking them to follow the Hutchinsons, or would they be splitting off?
I think they would be going, like, Ragnar's mom is taking you the same direction that the Hutchinsons are going. Just to leave the girls and Arthur in here, and you guys have your own things to talk about. All heading out. The Hutchinsons start to head down. They start to lead Matthias down the sidewalk and around, like, walking kind of towards town. And Rognar, if you follow Mom, I know you're going to do an insight check first, but assuming you're following, that's where she's taking you as well. But if you're doing your little check first, go for it.
Yeah. Are y'all fighting it?
Not really.
I think, Della is very angry that you two, the boys, got to have, like, a real family and real people who cared about them and came to find them. And she still has no one and had everything ripped away. And she is far too angry to even try and hide it.
How's Margo doing?
I think Margo would just check in with you, like, are you sure? Are you gonna be okay?
I'll be fine. She is the only mother I've ever known. She's one of the most kind-hearted people I've ever met. She's made me who I am, and I trust her. I don't think she would have a reason to lie to me about caring for me. But thank you. And he's gonna turn to Della and Audrey. You two, you're quiet when you're upset.
I'm fine, Ragnar.
I thought friends weren't supposed to lie.
Right, I'm pissed. But there's nothing I can do about it, so it's fine.
The only battles that we lose are the ones we stop fighting.
There's nothing to fight, Ragnar. You could go. You've got people that care about you. I don't think we can say the same, so we should perish that.
I care about you.
You should go spend the time with the woman who came to see you. We'll still be here.
Yeah, we don't have anywhere else to go, so enjoy yourself. I think you deserve it.
I won't enjoy myself if I know that you're sad.
I don't think there's anything you can do to help, Rognar. I appreciate you, though.
Can I try to reach out and hug Della?
Be my guy.
I think she'd allow that. Thank you, Rognar.
I've never had children. I've only ever had dogs. But if you wanted a mother, I could be your mother?
That's very sweet, Rognar, but even before all this, I didn't have a mother, so that part I'm used to.
Perhaps I'm ill-suited. Maybe my mother could come by more.
Quick point with this. I think it got lost in the tech issues. Matthias had called the help.
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
That's where we were. That's right.
Yeah.
So before we walk out, before the Hutchinsons walk him outside, yes, talk to 10, of course.
Yeah.
I had called because I know everybody else was wondering if they would know about their family.
And you're the only one that knows how to use the BlackBerry.
yeah. So I mean, I call them up.
Scroll. There's suddenly an additional contact in here, so you have to go an extra button down past Daphne's. It's just Daph with a little 3 greater than in the phone. You've got to scroll past Daph to get to the number that's saved. It doesn't even have a contact in there. It's just a number.
Wow.
Dial that up. Yes, this is Trenten.
Trenten, this is Maddie.
Yes.
I think the girls here had some questions for you, maybe about our families, whatnot.
Right. Well,
I'm just gonna put it on speaker for the crew.
We did intend to release records in time. However, 25 years ago, we were still keeping paper, so we do have to get through the files to get to that. If you would like, I can get myself on that right away. Obviously, we're out of funds, so it's not like I can send an intern to get those. Off the top of my head, I assume, have any of you been in contact with anyone? I know it's only been a day, but...
No one has.
Parents are here.
Yes, so then you recognize your father. Obviously, we struck a deal there. Beyond that, my only knowledge is that we, adopted 5 children. We, the corporation, of course. I think maybe 2, 3. I can't remember off the top of my head. There weren't a lot of. Everyone had a payout, but a lot of those went to, foster parents. I'd have to look, but I'll see what we can do.
Yeah. I think the girls would appreciate that. One point of clarification: you bought us. You bought the rights to your image, and of course we paid additionally for the emotional distress of giving away a child in your case.
Take the fun.
Those stipends did not exist for those who were already in foster care.
You are shitty people. Do you realize that?
It was,
Do you realize that?
I did not sign off these decisions.
And yet you're still executing them?
My apologies. I'm getting a work call.
No, stop. No, this is work.
I'll go to bed.
What the fuck? Sick of these bastards.
So, the Hutchinsons lead Maddie. I loved that. Outside. And Rognar, your mom, takes your elbow as well as you guys head out. You start to walk down the sidewalk towards where downtown is, and your families kind of end up, right beside each other. And you see that, like, your parents turn you down this little, like, alleyway. Maybe it's like a shortcut to go to, somewhere else. You haven't explored the town yet, so you aren't sure where you are. But as you turn, see that you guys kind of pause and falter here as you're waiting for this crossing sign to change from the red hand to the crossing man. And in that, you see, like, a weird, quick, like, weird look from Matthias's parents to Madeline, and Madeline steps back and leans against the brick wall here of this alleyway, kind of leaning against, like, where there was, like, a water pipe with a hole in the wall here, and she kind of leans back against it and gives a nervous glance at her parents. And you see, after one more glance between Rognar's mom and Matthias's parents, Matthias, your father grabs you on either shoulder. He goes, "Okay, we don't have much time. Listen to me very carefully. I will not be able to repeat this, okay? You have to get out of here. They're watching. They are watching you. They're always watching. Matthias, you have to save them. This is all up to you, okay? All of this is up to you. Look at me. You aren't going to understand what's going on, but I need you to be brave. And remember how you were on the ship. You be brave. Rognar, you be brave. You protect the ladies. They're watching. And we don't have much time, okay?"
I don't understand. I thought you were here for me.
We are. That's exactly why we're here. We're here. You have to tell them. You have to get out of here. You can't be in here anymore. They're watching.
What must we prepare for?
Here. Where's the town?
Yes, the town. You have to. Oh my God, how long do we have? Looks to the woman next to him and.
Who's watching?
She said, "Maybe 20 seconds. Go. Get the ladies, get in the car, and get out of town."
As your father is telling you this, your mother is looking around, looking down, fiddling with her hand. And I don't know which of us would like to take this portion.
Go for it.
Right. Your mother's fiddling with her hand, and she's normal. In the future, advanced cybernetics were banned. There was prosthesis, but it wasn't great. Your mother pulls her own hand off. As she does so, I would like to take just a moment outside of the heads of our characters. Throughout your lives up to this point, you've been led to believe that you're capable of incredible things, but at the end of the day, everyone is human. Matthias, in your time, these advanced cybernetics, like your mother have just shown you, were illegal. There were too many risks. All that were allowed were these perfect functional replicas, which during your offboarding process from the show, you were told was just very well done makeup and costuming. But your mother just pulled her hand off, and there's metal and wire where her wrist and arm once seamlessly connected. All but one of our actors are orphans. In life, we learn, Rognar, you once saw someone drop a large stone into a very deep hole, and before the sound of the stone shattering met your ears, you saw it explode into a cloud of dust. Your newfound family isn't going to fall simultaneously. Holes through each of their body, not makeup, not squibs, not even a hologram could produce this effect. There's a depth and a sheen and a mist in the air which can only be so terribly real. In the ancient past, all who died were old or sick, or they were prey, or they fell to mighty blows. In the times of knights and castles and swords, arrows create aesthetically pleasing cuts along the cheek that's just going to leave a nice scar. In the Wild West, a shot knocks a bandit to the ground, clutching their chest as their horse runs wild. And in the dark city streets, the dead are cold when you find them, if you find them. In the far-flung future, death is almost a memory. Shortly after these holes are bored through your family, you hear the report of the gun, precise to be nearly simultaneous. What has happened here could not have been stopped. All of our actors are orphans. Scattered before you are bodies, a cybernetic hand, and a small lidded tube which was hiding within it moments before. What do you do?
Are they still conscious at all? Are they like, they're completely, oh my god, I'm going to Madeline first. I'm like trying to wake her up.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I'm looking around to see who dared to do this.
There's blood pooling out around their bodies on the ground.
There is. Roll me survival.
How many do I have? I'm shaking.
2 in survival.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll them. 7.
Beat it by 1. You see 4 figures on a rooftop, ducking down. It's maybe a 3-story building, maybe 2 blocks over.
3-story building, 2 blocks over, so I can't run to get to them, basically. Can I just, like, fucking... Can I, like, roar? Can I do, like, an intimidation check to basically, like, try to scare the shit out of them so they leave us alone?
You may.
Alright, so I get 4 for this, so that's 7, 8. 8 plus 4, so that's 12.
The only way to know if it works is if people approach you.
Okay. Yeah, he's just gonna be, like, screaming.
Yeah, I've got them, like, in my lap for sure.
I think, and Joe, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think this would be near enough that it would be audible, but quiet.
I can roll for listening.
You got that 2d6 in listening.
For listening, beat a 6.
Great.
Come on, MJ.
4.
You got notes?
7. Let's go.
You hear what sounds like gunshots in the distance, but it's generally when you heard gunshots, it was drawn out or it was a duel. It's never been.
Yeah, I think Ella runs out, gun drawn, and then sees everyone, seen and just
they are far enough away that you are not going to be getting to them immediately. You can run out, but it will take time to get there. You also don't know where they are.
That is
you just ran out. I'm going, what?
They're gunshots.
There were? I mean, I believe you. I didn't hear anything.
I'm sure of what I heard. I've heard plenty of gunshots, but I don't know. It was strange. It's not. There's no fire back there.
In a neighborhood.
A neighborhood, yeah. I don't know. It's not like a duel, but I'm going if you want to come.
The boys.
I mean, we can all go. I don't want to leave any of us alone.
No, we go together.
Okay, then we're going.
Let's go.
As you all rush off, leaving, I presume, Arthur in the house.
I don't care. Fuck. I don't care about him.
To our
bitch.
I think Arthur would offer to come. Like, he's not gonna let them go alone. I think Arthur will follow them.
He can come but I'm not going, hey, Arthur.
I don't
Not a
trust
call
this
to
guy.
action. It's a if you're coming type deal.
Yeah, we're out.
Yeah.
We will cut back as in the alley.
I think, unless you got something, Skullie.
You go. Cause I'm a mess right now.
Matthias has his, it's been, 30 seconds or something? I think he's he's still, definitely tears, for sure. And then he is, holding them all in his laps. He closes all their eyes and tries to remember what his father told him, that he needs to be like he was on the ship and that he needs to take charge. And he kind of tries to gain back some of that pomp and grabs the hand and grabs the tube.
All right.
Yeah, I think Rognar's just cradling Tammy and crying.
We need to go.
I don't want to leave her.
I don't want to leave them. We have to find the others.
He steps up. Oh my god, I'm crying.
Oh.
Closes her eyes. And he turns around and he doesn't look back.
And I think I start running towards the house to try and find the girls.
Follows.
You take off. Rognar, roll me survival. Matthias, roll me do anything. DC
9
6 for both of you.
4, I'm gonna use my 2 notes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You both notice that these stickers that Madeline had been placing, some are in this alley already.
Follow the stars.
Holy shit.
They're not necessarily directional. They sort of are scattered. One you see is in the masonry of a brick. Only one of them is without this red speckling on it at the moment.
Knock it. Knock the brick open.
You hit the brick, and you've hit stones before. They don't sound like this.
Can I get behind it? Can I see?
You can't get in, but in this process of scrambling to get at it, the sticker is peeled away, and in this relatively smooth mortar, there's no wider than the head of a needle, a hole that you can't see into, save for a slight
Holy shit.
reflection.
Oh my god.
Right as you see this, you hear a police siren. You hear a police siren, and dozens of police cars zoom past towards 123 Maple Street.
Fuck.
Oh,
Right.
fuck. We're outside.
Right.
Fuck.
Finding the girls. I'm
Well,
sprinting to try to find
We
the
already
girls.
started walking. We would have gotten away from the house.
With this,
I don't know.
we pan back and leave our cast in this moment.
No!
No. Are you kidding me? What the fuck?
I'm sweating.
We turn
too.
to an office building, Lock Studios, the sign's still burnt out. Inside of it, we see Trenten pacing, the BlackBerry in his hand, as well as a thin sheet of transparent glass with lights on it. Pulls it away from his ear. had to. I had to.
What did you do?
Ray,
40 years.
it's in the contract. I had to.
40 years. We've been running this show, and you've never messed up like that. Where's your head at?
What else could I do?
I don't know. Make a plant explode nearby. Turn on more cameras.
In rural Harleyville?
They've never been anywhere before, 10. They wouldn't know that that's not normal. Notice how I sent police cars out to keep them away from the camera that they found? Because you just had to let Madeline and Matthias' family in for that heartwarming reunion. You should have known that they were narcs. You should have known that they were plants.
Listen, I don't do the background check. It's not my fault they checked out.
They checked out. You're the one who passes the new actors to enter into the scene. And you wonder why I'm given the higher budget and why I'm given the higher grossing shows. It's because you act like this, and you act out to try to get all of this attention from the higher ups. And then you kill 4 actors? That's not CGI. That was real blood. It was real bullets. Real snipers.
I can't have this fail.
Yeah, and you think I can?
Raegan.
My fate being tied to yours? Oh, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. Somebody got a little trigger happy. Somebody's destined that they're meant to be this great showrunner and that they're meant to be the thing that rejuvenates Locke Studios.
We were supposed to be that.
We were. But that doesn't happen when you start killing people, 10.
You're the one who told me to lighten up and to lighten my load. So God forbid I let a fucking intern do the background check. My fucking bad. God forbid I don't do every interview personally.
I do.
But if you think I'm gonna let you fall for this for a fucking second, you're insane. There's other people in this office. I'm sure we can push it on someone else. And if all else fails, I fucked up. I'll be back on the street. That's on me.
Are you trying to make me feel bad for you?
Cover my fucking ass.
Are you trying to make me feel bad for you? You want me to cover your job security?
This was our fucking dream, Ray. This was our dream. Heaven forbid I try and protect our dream.
Arthur was our dream. I'm not too keen to give you a second chance.
In this moment, the sheet of glass which Raegan had been holding lights up. Notification, notification, notification. Immediately, Raegan and Trenten both having these go off at the same time.
The green room.
I guess we'll see what the board has to say tomorrow. I'm gonna clean up as best as I fucking can. I'm gonna, I don't know, have someone else's signature on this fucking paper. I can't fucking fall for this. This show needs to work, god damn it.
Trenten. If I cover for you. If I cover for you. I take full control of all the shows. Because I can't let an intern do background checks on actors anymore.
Fine.
Welcome to the doghouse. We'll see what the board has to say. Ray leaves.
Trenten has the document where he approved this. Starts calling people. And that's when we fade out.
Cool. So Skullie, you do our YouTube outro and ad.
I can't believe y'all killed my mom. They killed Tammy.
We have to put a warning at the top of this episode.
Probably.
Trigger warning. Mom death.
Yeah. Murder.
Oh my gosh.
All of your consent forms worked.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, time for the ad. Did your mom just die? Are you trying to sink your teeth into something that washes your trauma away? Try funnel cakes from Harleyville, South Carolina. Is that was the name of the town? Harleyville, South Carolina. Sweet, delicious. You'll love them so much, the vendor's gonna think you're high out of your mind. Try them today!
Oh my god.
And the outro.
Thank you so much for watching us get emotionally destroyed today. It will probably happen again next week. So you really don't want to miss that. Make sure to like and subscribe and turn on your notification bell and leave a comment about your favorite death that happened today. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.